Alright guys, today I'm going to teach you how to set up Google Analytics in Google Tag Manager. So if you were with me for the last video, you saw how to set up Google Tag Manager already and install it on your WordPress site. If you haven't, please do check out the last video. The link will be below in the description. Now for those of you who have already Google Tag Manager installed on your website, you just want to get started with Google Analytics, let's take it from the top. So step one is you want to sign up for your account. So we're going to do that here. In our case, it's a website, and you want to give this account a name. I usually name my account by the name of my website, or if there's going to be a main administrator who's going to be handling the account, I'd separate it by account name. And for website here, you put in your website URL. Perfect. What industry you're in. In my case, I'm in marketing, so you guys may be in something different. You're going to go through here and choose your industry. Actually, I don't think they have one for marketing, so we're going to go internet and telecom. No, going to go into other here. And reporting time zone, if there's somewhere specific that you want to locate, you want your time zone to be in. Again, for me in this case, I'm in Canada, so I want it to be from Canada and in my city. So let's see, Toronto, Vancouver, no, there we go, perfect. This is how you want to share your data with Google. Now in my case, I don't really want to share all of this data with Google. Some people might. It'll give you access to a lot of these very interesting services. Actually, I like this one, enhanced demographic and interest reporting. So you can really go ahead and find out, what are the affinities for the people who are coming to your website? What are they interested in outside of what your products that you're selling are? You can definitely read through these and find the ones that are more appropriate to you. In this case, I just want to go with this one. And then I'm going to get my tracking ID. So of course they want us to accept the terms and services. I will accept the Canadian terms and services. And of course, if you want to accept the data processing terms as required by GDPR, if you're in one of the locations where this is required. And to agreement with Google, a third-party reseller. So this is basically if you're okay with the fact that Google's going to be reselling this information to other companies if they wanted to. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Accept, and we're going to move forward to the next page. Do we want to try the mobile app? Nope, we're on a computer, so we're not ready for that. So the next thing we're going to want to do is take this tracking ID and bring it over to our Google Tag Manager. So one of the ways we can do this is we can take this unique tracking ID right here. We can copy it, go over to Tag Manager, and we're going to want to create a new tag. And I like to number my tags so I know which one's got here first. So I'll number it 00 Google Analytics page view. And we'll configure this tag. On the right hand side here, you'll see Google Analytics Universal Analytics. We'll select it. And let's stay here. What kind of tracking do we want? In this case, we want a page view tracking. We want it to track all the pages. So that's what section it'll show up in our Google Analytics later on. And we don't currently have a variable, meaning we don't have something that's going to say, hey, this is how people know we're on this page. So we're going to set that up right now. And that variable is going to be that Google Analytics code that we got. So we'll name this appropriately, Google Analytics. And in here, it's going to ask for your tracking ID. So this is your tracking ID up here. UA, and then the numbers that come with it. So you'll put it in here, and you will save. It'll bring us back to this page. Now we're almost done. This is telling Google Analytics what information we want. This is the trigger. So this is how we're going to know that people, this is how we're going to track it. So some triggers are page click triggers, some are button click triggers. In this case, we want it to be all page views. So we'll select that and we will save. Now we have this tag set up. We're going to preview it and check out our website. What we can do as well is we can take Google Analytics and we can go to the main page, your home. Sorry, doing too many things at the same time. Perfect. So this is our tag manager, launched and ready to go. And Google Analytics, we're going to head to our home page. We can see nobody's active right now. Now if I go to the website, waynelake.com, you should see a little box pop up at the bottom here to show you that you're in Google Tag Manager's debug window. And by the looks of it, there we go. So there's our debug window. And there's our Google Analytics page view that's been fired when a visitor visits the page. So let's see that in Google Analytics now. So it's not showing up. Let's open it in a private browser. Perfect. So we'll see here it's open in our private browser. We'll go over to Google Analytics and we can see that here it is. We have one active user on the site and they're on the home page. Just to double check if this is working, we can check another page here. Let that page load up. And if we go back to our Google Analytics, it will say that the active page is contact us, which is right. So if we're happy with all this information, we'll go back over into Google Analytics and we'll submit this container. We'll publish it. And we can go ahead and skip that unless you like to document the changes of your containers. And that's it. We can leave our preview in debug mode. And we can review our tag to make sure everything is installed. We'll just take a minute here with the reloading. In the meantime, perfect. We're still getting the information on the website. And our tag is here and loaded. We're good to go. So that completes the installation of Google Analytics on your website. What you might want to do afterwards here is filter out your IP address. If you don't want to count, if you're going to be making edits to your website and you don't want to mix up the information between your visits and your customer visits, you can set up a filter to block yourself out, which I will show you how to do in the next video. Thanks for joining us today. Again, my name is Wayne from waynelake.com. If you liked our video, please hit the subscribe button and share it with somebody who you think would find it useful. All right, have a good day.